Do you ever feel like you just can't fully express yourself? Like you just can't fully open up? Ah, yeah, I feel like that too sometimes. Hmm, hmm. Why is that there? I mean, these are the questions. These are the questions, man. And you start asking these questions, it can get deep. And even me sitting here right now, speaking to you, having this conversation, it gets uncomfortable. And I've been on this for a while now of looking into that. Why is that there? And even back when I was in high school, 10 years ago, those questions started to arise of why can't I fully open up? How do I feel more freedom? And you have those moments where you do just sprawl and you just open up to someone or express yourself or post online, post your face online. That's a big one for people. Feeling like they have no creative ability, or they don't have a say in something, or the insecurity of posting your work online. So those questions started to arise. And in this video, I'm going to share 4 stories that I know you will relate to in relation to internal freedom and self expression. Okay? So the first story that I want to cover, the first concept of internal freedom is not needing to explain yourself. Uh. Not needing to explain yourself. I was living in Spain for 2 years. And of course, Spain, Spanish culture, there's a big drinking party culture there. And alcohol is just a part of the culture, it is what it is. But I got really fed up with drinking alcohol and living there and going out and just feeling lousy. Just feeling lousy because of it, being hungover, dull, right? Not clear up here. I got really fed up with that. And then I almost completely cut it out of my life. And when I would go out and hang out with people, I felt that reaction to explain to other people why I wasn't drinking or why I wasn't participating in some event for the night. And I immediately caught myself doing that. Like, oh, you don't need to be doing that. Nah. You don't need to explain yourself on these things. You just do what you do. You just do what you do. In the actions you take, let go of that neediness to explain yourself and justify your actions. You notice how you always want to justify things. And that's the logical and that's the logical analytical mind at play there. Always needing to justify. There's got to be a reason for your actions. Yeah, I got to figure it out. It has to make sense. Right? It's the analytical mind compared to the intuitive heart. And another thing, when you don't need to explain yourself, you become very attractive to people. Really. When you don't need to explain yourself and people see you just doing you, and you don't need to explain what you're doing all the time, and you just stick to yourself, and there's a quiet confidence, that raises a lot of questions. Why? Why are they like that? It's very admirable. Someone who is independent, right? And comfortable with themselves. Doesn't need to explain every action that they take. Doesn't need to justify everything. That's good. Number 2, an infectious conviction in your words. I've been writing and posting on YouTube here for a little bit now. And I've been creating content for a long time. And I've noticed in doing that, specifically with this YouTube channel, I've been able to really elevate my ability to articulate. And articulate myself, my words in these videos, in writing, in plain conversation as well. And it's like when you practice something, the best way I can explain it is certainty through experience. When you practice and practice and practice and get really good at something, there's a certainty that comes with that, and that spills over into other areas of your life. And it's a really powerful thing when you get into the energetic level of being. You know those people that you come across and there's a knowingness about them. There's a quiet, just rock solid confidence about them. Like they know something. And it makes you ask, why are they so confident, or why did they get that way? How did they get that way? Would make more sense. Number 3, and this can be a difficult one. Number 3, concepts towards internal freedom, stories of internal freedom. Dissecting your fears. Dissecting your fears and doing the difficult things. That can be a painful one. I know. For the last 10 plus years now, I've been going to the gym consistently. And I would say on average, 3, 4, 5 times a week, somewhere in that range, on average, for 10 plus years. And there's those times, of course, where you don't want to do the thing, but you know you should do the thing. And in those times of doing the thing, when you don't want to do it, you begin to ask yourself, why? Why? Sometimes it just doesn't add up. Like, why am I doing this shit? But I've noticed when you dissect your fears and you take action on those things and you look into it, you get unexpected rewards in return. Unexpected rewards. I think that's the best way to put it. It's like if you've ever played Xbox 360 and the achievement bubble pops up on the corner of your screen, like boop, right? Achievement unlocked. It's unexpected, and it's like internal rewards. There's this intuitive momentum that comes with dissecting your fears and doing the difficult. You feel yourself breaking down barriers inside. And through that, just builds an unwavering confidence. That's a good one. Number 4, the last one here. Is self-expression through creativity. And what I've learned is this is a natural side effect of feeling more freedom. A natural side effect of feeling more freedom. And I've often referred to this as the creative spill, something that just happens. Self-expression through creativity. So the story with this one is, I was speaking to someone else about this too, but I wrote this thing over the last few months here, my experience with writing. And when the creative process comes into play, it feels like there's something fastened to the top of my head. And it's like I'm downloading this information that just gets translated properly through whatever I'm doing. And I've heard it referred to as the downloads, right? You get these downloads of information. And I can be writing and it's like, it's just happening. And like I referred to at the beginning of this video, people are very hesitant to post online, put their face on a video, put their writing out there, put themselves in the light. And it doesn't matter if you're an introvert, extrovert, that's irrelevant. There's a lot of power in truly identifying with yourself and feeling that freedom that comes from just expressing yourself in different ways. So those are the four there. I really appreciate you if you're still sticking with me on this video. If we're reeling it back in here, if there's any questions or comments, I would honestly love to hear more from you in the comments. I had this one person comment on one of my videos recently, and it was beautiful about his personal experience, the intuitive pull. And yeah, now we've been over 100 subscribers now for a few weeks. So I appreciate that. All the love there. And I look forward to hearing from you. Another thing, light plug. If you're interested in booking a free coaching call with me, I'll also leave those links down below, okay? And in those calls, we can talk more about these topics and go deeper on this. So I appreciate it.